Hello my dears, it's Aisling Mooney. You're very welcome to our spiritual business Q&A. Today, ask your angels, oracle cards. So I'm going to give everybody just a few minutes to find me on the page, to join me, and I'm going to pick an angel card. I've been running around now trying to get here. So I think I'm a few minutes late, so apologies for that. But I'm here. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning. Love to see you all. Pop your name in the chat. Say hello. Tell me where you're listening in from. Hi, Kim. I love your profile pic, Kim. Very nice. Sakara House Wexford. Aideen is with us. Hi, Aideen. Hi, Melissa. Lovely to see everybody. So just let me know how you are, where you're listening to this from, and how you are, and I'm going to pick an angel card for the whole group, for all of us right now, and I'm going to introduce myself quickly, and then we're going to dive into Q&A. Hi Aita, hi Trish, lovely to see so many of you joining me. So I'm going to dive into some spiritual business questions. If you have questions that you want me to answer, I will give priority to people that join me live, and then I'll try and do a bit of both. I'll try and answer questions for people that can't be here, and I'll also answer the questions. I really love doing it live, so we will do our very best. Not too bad, very good. Hi Bernie. So I'm going to pick a card for everybody. Hi Michelle. Michelle has a brilliant Facebook community at the moment, and I think you're doing something about marketing from the heart, so that might be worth checking out if that's what you're looking for. Karina, hi. So we have lots from the UK. Melissa, going into a nursing home. Is this my career path? Okay, so I'm going to have a look at all questions in a moment. But hi from Tipperary. Anne-Marie, all the way from Tipperary. So I am Aisling Mooney, Angel Intuitive, and today spiritual business mentor and coach. I was for a long time just a spiritual business coach and mentor, and then I completely broke up that business and just moved into solely talking about angels. But I inevitably find myself coming back and giving advice and guidance and support, because many people in our angel community are light workers and do have a spiritual business. And like me and my spiritual business, want to get their healing gifts and their message out there into the world at a deeper level, to more people, reach people internationally. And I know that I struggled a long time, and I know that I invested a lot of money and I got a lot of training. So I have not all the answers, but I have a lot of the answers to questions that maybe if people are starting off from the very beginning of their business, or you've been in business like I was for years, but you just can't figure out the online element or whatever it is, I'm sure that I can give some support here today. And I'm also sure that there's lots of people listening that can also give support as well. So if somebody asks a question and you think, oh my God, I know the answer to that, please just post in the chat. You know, I don't know everything, as I said, so it would be great if you have something that you can, any golden nuggets, any links, anything you want, just post it in the chat so that you can help and support each other in this community. So I'm here to do Ask Your Angels business Q&A. Now, the real reason for this is I thought, how can I support you to get you onto a free training that's coming up this weekend? So Friday, Saturday and Sunday, there's a free training. It's called Launch Masterclass. I'm going to pop my link in the comments here. You can find it at bit.ly/biz angel launch, and that should work. It hasn't worked for some people, but you can get access to the masterclass from that link. Why am I so fucking passionate about this training? Because Before I took it, I was literally making no money in my business. I couldn't figure out the marketing, the sales. I hated sales. I hated asking for money. My prices were very low. I was struggling to get people onto my courses. And yeah, just struggling all the time. I was paying big money for coaches and mentors and marketing, but there was no money. Really, I was spending credit card, and you know, that's a whole other story. And if you've been following me, you'll have heard all that story. So I found this free masterclass. Now, Jeff Walker has a program called Product Launch Formula, and I'm a very proud affiliate of that program. And if anyone chooses to jump into that program later on when it opens next week, if you sign up with my affiliate link, you will get my bonuses worth €3,000, which is the spiritual business bundle, which is everything you need to get your business online and completely complements PLF. However, this free training that's coming up, it's a masterclass. It's over 3 days. When I took that free training, it was very quick, probably within a month, that I literally made my first €10,000 in my business selling my first program, just with the free training. And then I went on to create another 2 10K launches. So it was the most money I had made in years in my business, just from the free training. So if you've been struggling, love, please make some time to go and do this free training. I think it's 9 o'clock, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's probably an hour, maybe more, because he gives and gives and gives. If you get in now, there's some PDFs to download, so you can actually get started, some workbooks. And I think it was the first one was mind-blowing, but the second one was actually to create a launch sequence. And that was what I really used to make that first 10K. So if you're in that position, the same position as me, I would say, get the kids minded, clear the decks, cancel appointments, and just get yourself on that free training in the Facebook group while it's open. It's only open once a year. And then he will start to offer the paid program. And then if you want to, you can jump in. But I didn't join that program immediately. It was about 6 months, or no, actually it was probably a year, because I think even at that stage he only opened every year. So it was the following year that I joined the paid program. If I was doing it again, I would do it all together. But just that's my story, and I hope by sharing it that it might inspire you. If you have a spiritual business and you're missing these few steps, this is a complete program. It'll help you setting up emails, getting your freebie set up, building your audience, creating your launch, the scripts, and it's amazing. Okay, so my darlings, let us get started. So I'm going to focus on I'm going to do a group card for us all, just to get us grounded. The link for that is bit.ly/biz angel biz launch, I think it is. I will post it later anyway. So my darlings, let us see. Oh, I can feel that settling in now. It's a bit hyper there. I was a little bit hyper. 22:11. My daughter was in the toilet reading her book, and I was banging on the toilet going, I have to go to work, Emily, please. So I'm settling down now. My energy's settling down as I come and just gather here with you now. I can feel that just settling now. Absolutely lovely. All our angels are gathering. Absolutely love this. Okay. So the card that I've chosen, there's actually 2 cards that have popped out. Very interesting. You see me shuffle this deck really, really well. So there's 2 cards, and they're both Michael. So they're both about courage, confidence, protection, discernment, grounding, making clear decisions. Michael is the great protector, and is wonderful at boundaries. So yeah, he's the first angel that we call on in the Angel Circle group. In any of my angel programs, Michael is the first angel after your guardian angel. So he is your companion throughout your life, this incredible angel. So protection, confidence, courage, a sense of security, standing in your own ground. When I did my own, every morning I do an angel card for myself. I get up before everybody else is awake, and I just sit and have cups of tea and just sit and read and do some angel cards. And that's my meditation at the moment. And this morning I was asking about this week, just being part of this masterclass, and it said just stand in your own values, your own integrity. But it was this image that it gave me, the hexagram that I was reading, it said a man standing with two solid, sturdy legs. So somebody really standing sturdily in their own place, in their own position. So I'd love to just share that with you today, to maybe think about where are you not standing sturdily in your life, and where could you do with maybe cutting a few ties, maybe pulling your energy in, maybe saying no to a few things that you've said yes to that you don't need to say yes to. Getting your priorities back and just pulling your energy back into yourself. Michael does cutting up the ties, so it's about release any of the energy that's been drained out of you by situations, by people, by just life pulls us in different directions. I was panicking before I came on here, and that was just a story that I was telling myself in my mind that was pulling me in a direction. So it's about just really calling in Michael to help you to center yourself today and really bring yourself into a clear confidence space. The angels are just telling me that humor brings confidence, so that when we can laugh at ourselves and we can laugh at our situation, it sort of gives us it's like an injection of confidence. I don't know how that works, and I've never thought about it before. It literally just came through right now, but it's like, I know that when I smile and I laugh at myself, it sort of breaks the ice, and it makes me feel like, oh, fuck it. It gives you that confidence of, oh, fuck it. I am what I am. This is what this is what it is. Yeah, so laughter brings confidence. That's the new angel message that I'm going to bring forward now. So, wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So this is some big conversations this week for some of you about, nope, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not acceptable anymore. That's not part of who I am anymore. I don't want to go be in that group anymore, or in that family situation anymore. So there's some, Michael is just saying, this is going to give you confidence, this is going to give you strength, and remember your own strength. And an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. So it's telling me that some of you are going to be moving forward in like signing contracts. It could be a house, which I'm hoping to do very soon. So it could be buying a house, it could be starting a new career path or a new job, it could be joining a new program or course or training, it could be getting married. So whatever, there's a contract involved, and the angels are just saying, just really make sure that it's in your best interest, that you know what you want from this, that you set your intention clearly at the beginning, and that this commitment that you're stepping into is going to help you fulfill that intention. And also, there's something here that I was thinking about today about, I've signed up for lots of programs just in the last month, about 3 programs in the last month. And I was watching a live stream yesterday, and this coach that I was listening to, she said, I've invested thousands in training, but it's useless without also investing the time in implementing. So, there's something about that every commitment that we make, it's okay to say, yes, I'm jumping on that masterclass, and then not actually doing it, or not actually putting the time in your diary to get it done. That's just that example, but it's with anything. And it's definitely in my case this month. I've signed up to 3 programs, and the emails are coming, and I haven't done a thing because I haven't made the time in the diary to actually get them done. So just a reminder for me and a reminder for us that we need to invest time in implementing to get the results that we want. So really beautiful cards. Michael is with us today. Love those cards. So, my darlings, let us see. Some of the decisions around cutting the ties has been made for me. Love that. Love it. Yeah, and when it's difficult, the angels will give you a shove. Absolutely, Michelle. Thanks for that. Yes, cleared down groups. I was in on Facebook too. Yeah, that is it. Yes. Okay. It's worth going in. It's worth putting in your diary. And I'm saying this and I haven't done it. Every 3 months, just sitting down and going, okay, digital delete. Because I know my phone is backed up. My computer hard drive is full. And so I really need to do a big decluttering there. So let me see. So I'm going to look for some business questions. They're the priority that I'm giving today. Now, Dervla asked me a question. So I'm going to jump to your question, Dervla, because you're here live. Just give me a thumbs up and let me know that you're live, that you're with me, and I will answer your question because it was a really good one. So I hope you're here, Dervla. Okay, so I'm going to jump into Dervla's question. So Dervla has said, I have made 3 attempts with different people to support with technical stuff. 2 did bits and left incomplete. No response from emails or messages to more recent contact. Do I go with a local company for support? Also, I find it a bit of a challenge to explain exactly what I do sometimes. So, okay, Dervla, you're here. So this is for any of you that have a spiritual business and you are beginning to build a team. You're beginning to outsource some of the work that you're doing. It could be your emails, it could be the tech, it could be the customer service. You're beginning to outsource some of that work to other people. You know, in the beginning, we do everything. We're the manager and the person that cleans the house. We are everything, as well as cooking the dinner for the kids and taking out the laundry. And running a business. We are literally doing everything in the beginning. But there is definitely a stage in your business, and it is the point of expansion. It's when you realize, okay, do I want to stay here or do I want to expand? And it's usually at that point where you think, okay, if I continue to do all the things, I won't have the time to expand. I won't have the time to do the marketing, which is really the big part of the expansion, is getting your message out to more people, and as well as having good systems and funnels and all the tech behind, so that you can, when those people see you, they have a link, they have somewhere to go afterwards. So, it is it's a really important step, and it's a real transition in your business when you move into that. And it's not without its difficulties. And if it's like, you know, I walked into my mother's house a few years ago and she was hoovering the stairs. And I said to her, give me the hoover, ma'am, I'll do that for you. And I began to hoover the stairs. And she sat there and watched me. And after a few minutes, she said, you're very slow. Will you just give me the hoover? I'll do it myself. And she took the hoover off me and she hoovered the stairs herself. So in the beginning, your team is going to be slow. You know, my mother could have gone and sat down and made herself a cup of tea and sat down at the couch and let me do the stairs, even if it was going to take an extra 10 minutes more than it would take her. And then she could have said, you know, there's a quicker way to do that. I do it really fast. Or she could have stopped me in the middle and said, do it quicker. And I would have quickened up the pace and done it a little bit quicker on her instruction. So when we get a team, in the beginning, it's excruciating because we need to explain. We've been in our head saying, this is what I want done, and we're doing it, and we're doing it, and we're taking action, and we're jumping from Billy to Jack to Joe in all of the different tasks that we have to do in our business. But when we get a team, we have to start to think about what we're doing, which is a really brilliant thing. It's a really brilliant space to be in. It requires huge patience and perseverance to get through this stage. But if you can get through it, there are great rewards. So your team, any new team member, whether it's one team member or a tech team or whatever it is that you're bringing on, it is like any relationship in your life. It will require time, energy, effort to get that relationship working for both people. So I had a tech team, then I let them go, then I was doing everything myself again, and then I just hired them again about 6 months ago. And then for about 3 months I gave them no work. They were like, we're here, we're waiting, diddly diddly do. And I just wasn't, because I was doing everything. And I did the angel retreat and I had a big revelation, and it was like, okay, if you want to expand, Aisling, you've got to hand over stuff. So it has not been an easy process, but process is the key word here. This slowing down of the process of what's the way I do business and actually documenting it and passing things over has enabled me to get the processes out of my head so that people can follow them. So go into Facebook. Here's the password. We share everything on LastPass. I'll give you a real life example. I'll give you a real life example of when this works beautifully. So I have 2 examples, sorry. So one, I'm going to tell you how it works horribly. So last month I had the Angel Circle launch. I had thousands of people engaged, and the tech let me down. And because my team is based in the Philippines, I have a team of 4 tech sort of guys, girls, and I have one manager, and she looks after the team for me. So most of my stuff goes through her, and then she sets up the tasks and manages the team. But there is a time delay, and I was in the middle of a launch, and a lot of this stuff was an emergency, and we fucked up all over the place, because I was like crying on my end going, please just take the pop-up off the website so that people can actually find the sales page and just stuff like that. So there was a lot of, and it was the urgency, and it was my impatience, and it was my lack of understanding that they didn't fully get me yet, they don't know how I work, and that I don't fully know how they work, and I don't fully know sorry, I'm about to get a text there, so I'm trying to get back on track. The joys of doing live stream on your phone. So I don't fully know how they work. It's a relationship that I haven't built up yet. We don't know each other yet. So we got through that. It was just literally a week of crap. And the sign-ups were low because of that, the tech difficulties. But I had to say, I do believe that everything happens for me and not to me. So I had to say, okay, what are the lessons in this? And one of the big lessons is that the checkout wasn't working. And it was like, okay, I need to change this whole system from one learning platform to another. So taking a breath very calmly, went to my VA manager and said, we are going to be changing everything from this to this. Here are the passwords. Can you set up the tasks? And I have about nearly 20 courses that need to be transferred over, and nearly, a few hundred users on that site, students. And then there's emails and there's websites and there's all of that. And it's a huge job, and it makes me want to cry even thinking about it, that if I had to do it myself. And I've gone in there today, and she has set up a whole thing, a beautiful page. Makes me want to cry with gratitude. And it's like, the one course is 100% done. The other courses, she's timers, she's people allocated, and it is happening like a dream. And I have realized that there was no urgency this time. There's a good month, 6 weeks, even 2 months if we needed to move over. There's no urgency. I'm calmer, I'm kinder to myself, and I'm kinder to them. And they really want to do good work. So it was a great opportunity for me today to take a breath and to go back in and send an email and say, thank you so much. I've just gone onto the platform, and I can see that you're starting to transfer the stuff and you've allocated it, and it's a dream. It's a dream. So there are other parts of my business that I want to give over to people. I want to find a customer service person, and I want to find a membership community mentor. They'll all be coming in the next month or so, or even 2 months before Christmas, hopefully. that will all be in place. But I have realized that getting a team is a slow process. You can hire somebody and you can, like, I'll give you another example of when I was doing some meditations and I wanted to get backing music on the meditation. I went into Fiverr and I got about 3 different people to do the backing music on, and I paid cheap, so $5, $10 to get the backing music on. And they were all crap. The sound was off, there was noises, they were all crap. And then I found somebody who was a little bit more expensive. I gave her the job. It is beautiful. I pay a little bit more for every audio, but she does a beautiful job. I can trust her. I like her energy. I love the music that she chooses for the background. It's very angelic and it's exactly what I want. So that took time and money, and I learned lessons. So the major lesson from that is never go with the cheapest option when you're looking for tech. Never go with the person that's least experienced. Be prepared to pay a little bit more. So I hope that is useful, Dervla. You know, and there was moments in that last month where the team weren't answering because of the time difference. And I've also seen that sometimes tasks slip and they get lost so I have to remember what they are, but I've found the strategy. So I can talk more about that in the Angel Circle, Dervla. So I want you to go and think about, you know, what, like I would start with getting a doc and writing down every single thing that you do in your business, every single thing. It might take you a couple of days to do this. Have an open live doc or a notebook and just write every single thing that you do, and then go through that and tick all the things that you fucking hate, that you just don't want to do and are a priority to get off your list, and then have a look at transferring over. If you want information about my tech team, PM me, Dervla, and I'm happy to give you that information. They're based in the Philippines. There's going to be teething problems, but I can recommend them to a point, you know, based on the story that I've just told you. So there was just, I was willing to pay more. This person's plenty of experience. Didn't want to look at Fiverr because it feels off. So I think it's just a matter of trial and error. I had a business manager there for a while. That just didn't work. That just didn't work for me because I work very spontaneously most of the time. So I decide to do something, if I'm lucky, a week in advance. So, you know, that didn't work. But a tech team that can do the stuff that I'm not waiting on works. And I don't mind to pay for it. So I think you don't have to go to Fiverr, but there's Upwork is another really brilliant website. And I think a lot of those, not all of them, many of them are based in India, but there's also lots in the US and the UK. So maybe you can have a look in there. And again, it's about being really, really clear. And I found with my team that I've had to go, step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. And step 3, do this. Okay, sorry, that's 2 steps. So you need to really break it up really, really low so that it's literally like a SMART goal, that it's measurable, that it's clear, that they can literally go step 1, create an opt-in. Step 1 of that, so that might be your goal. Step 1 of that might be go to the website. And I don't know how to do that because they did that, but I don't know. I hope that's useful in some way for you, Dervla. So I'm just going to read through. I sat down and laid out what I needed to do. I was supposed to get a price and no response. In the beginning, I thought, okay, something's happened. So I would email them once more, and if they don't come back after another day or two, like literally within 24 hours, I would forget about them and move on to the next one. Go into Upwork and have a look, or PM me, Dervla, and I'll give you some more resources. And Dervla, I think that you have the Heart-Centered Sales course, and in that, I think is the There's a whole guide on outsourcing in there. I can't remember, it's that long since I did that. But anyway, if anyone else has any resources, if you use a team, or you can recommend a website, I recommend Fiverr, but I really recommend on Fiverr making sure that you use somebody that's not the lowest level. There's Upwork, and I just, right at this moment, I can't think of any more, but you can just Google, you can go into Google and go VA services. So, example, right now at the moment, I'm going to start looking for a community mentor, and I also looking for a personal VA. So I went onto Google the other day and I found job descriptions. So you can literally have a look at a few job descriptions and create one that suits you and your particular needs. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back up and just see if there are any more questions. I hope that was useful, Dervla. If there is any more, just PM me, love. Happy to help. So Janine, I decided to put fertility on hold for the rest of the year. Meant to go to Prague in November. Still praying I fall pregnant. Feel the winds of change has arrived today. Janine, this is a spiritual business call, but I do want to give you some very quick advice and some quick names to go and figure out. I recently, in this group, did a whole live stream, and it was on fertility and conception. And I'm going to see if I can find it, but if you go into our videos, you might be able to find it yourself. But I'm going to recommend these names. Deborah Kilby, she's in this group. Sarah Richardson, she's in this group. They are amazing women that have programs specifically. They're my clients, they're in my community, they're incredible women, and they're doing amazing work. So I would recommend these two people that I know about. I'm sure there's many more, but that's who I know and I trust and that I can recommend. Deborah Kilby, if somebody could pop their names in the chat, that would be great, and Sarah Richardson. And there's another one of my client of mine that is rising in this space, and I'm very interested about her work. I haven't tried her work yet, so can't recommend it completely yet because I haven't tried it, but oh god, I can't remember. It's about it's for women. I'm gonna actually go and have a look. Hang on, so I get this right. Her name is Siobhan Gannon, and oh god, it's not showing me the blood. Here it is. Yoni Awakening, a journey of self-discovery. So it's Siobhan Gannon. I would recommend those three women only because I know them personally and I know of their work personally. Siobhan's as a new program. I don't know about that because I haven't tried it, but I can certainly recommend Siobhan's work all around women, fertility, conception, and just women's empowerment, really. So I hope that is useful for you, my darling. And I just pulled a card for you, Janine. I know it's supposed to be about business, but I think, we just have to go with the flow here, my darlings. Nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. So I'm saying go and contact those women, go and have a look at their websites, choose one of them and start there, Janine, okay? Let me see. Okay, Kim is saying, I'm trying to launch some Reiki energies and attunements. Go and do the bloody masterclass. Kim, do this masterclass this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Monday, you will have everything you need. You need to implement it then, but you will have all the knowledge you need about a basic launch, which in my case made me 10 grand. So that's the first step, I would say to you. Kim, go and do the launch masterclass. The link is somewhere in these comments and I will put it in the description afterwards. But in terms of Reiki energies and attunements, your problem, my darling, is that you're selling your spiritual tools and not the transformation. So I speak about this big time in a video, which I will share. I need to write it down so I remember. It's part of the Abundance Masterclass, which I'll probably share next month, but I will share one video this week with you, Kim, if you tag me if I forget. And it's about the transformation. So it's about getting clear on the transformation that you provide. It's not Reiki. Reiki is a tool that you use, and it's not attunements. Attunements are a tool that you use to provide a particular transformation. So my very quick advice is to get clear on the transformation that you provide, get clear on who you're working with. Like, think about your favorite client, the person that came, that had the most incredible Reiki healing experience, that did everything that you said, that just transformed before your eyes. Literally, I remember when I was doing live one-to-one sessions, I literally loved when a client would come in and you could see the energy, the heaviness on them. And then at the end of a session, there would be red cheeks, a smile, they would be walking a bit taller. You could physically see the transformation of that session. So it's about selling that transformation, selling the confidence, selling the healing that comes, and it's also about being really, really aware of who are your clients. Most of my clients are women. Most of my clients are light workers. So they're women healers, or on a path to create their own spiritual business. And they're also on a path they're ready to go deeper on their own personal spiritual path, and they're ready to ask the questions, they're ready to go into forgiveness. So you need to get really clear on who your favorite client is and exactly write out the exact transformation that client went through from working with you. And that is what I would suggest to you, my sweet darling. So I hope that is useful. Karina, my question is around selling. Somehow I do great when I sell for others, but not when I do for myself, for my own business. Also think I have an issue with owning possessions. Could I get some advice and guidance around this? So if anyone has any extra nuggets, Michelle, if you're still here, I know that you have loads of nuggets to add to this around selling and marketing. So if you want to add them in there for Karina, go and talk to Michelle, because she's literally doing something right now, I think, around marketing and selling. So the first thing that the first mindset shift that I had around selling is, although I still use the word selling, internally I understand that selling is sharing. So that mindset shift really helped me, and that shift in words and the way I use them. So I'm not selling, I'm sharing, I'm offering. I'm saying this is what I have available. If you want it, great, and if you don't, great. So that was the first mindset shift, was about turning selling into sharing and offering. And the second piece is about detachment, is about really stepping back, understanding marketing and the stats, the numbers behind marketing and signups and enrollments. That really, really helped me. I talk about that deep in the Abundant Heart program in a whole module called Touch Points, and I'll explain it briefly. It's about understanding that, let's say you have 100 people in a Facebook group and you do a free resource, which I highly recommend when you're about to offer something. You do something free. So for example, this is free today to come and pick my brains and ask me whatever questions, and I will share from my heart as authentically as I am, as I can. I'll share as much as I can. It's say you have 100 people in a Facebook group, there's an understanding that there's around 20% of them, so around 20 of those people will be interested in your product or service if you share it in a way that feels honest and authentic and that is not salesy in any way. So you're just sharing information. You're just giving information that is beneficial or of value to the people that are in your community. 20%, 20 of those 100 will be interested and be ready and want to sign up to maybe an easy program of between 100 to 500 euros. That is marketing stats, and it works across the board in a group that know you well. And about 4% of that group, so 4 in that 100, want to work with you but at a VIP level. So they want the package where they're working one-to-one. They want everything that you have to offer. So that, for my case, the most affordable thing would be jump into the Angel Circle at 47 euros a month. The most expensive thing at the moment would be a VIP day with me, which is a lot of money. So, or it could be book the Spiritual Business Bundle, which is 3,000, and it has all of my courses. Every single thing I've ever created is in there around business. So that's the scale of your products. They can be on different scales, but the understanding the numbers released me to not get attached. So it released me to be able to give freely to as many people as I want and not expect that 100% to jump into any program, but to understand that 20% of them are ready. So that's who I'm speaking to. And then the 4% will be looking later for a bigger offer. They'll be looking for more one-to-one, for a deeper connection, and they're ready for big transformation, because people don't sign up to work with me one-to-one unless they're ready for big transformation. So I hope that answers that question, Karina. A little bit around mindset. The Abundant Heart does a lot of that. Brings you through a whole process and talks about selling and talks about how to share your gifts. And there's also the piece about a sales page. Now, in the training that's coming on Friday, the first part of that, Jeff Walker goes through his sideways sales letter. Please do that training, because it specifically shows you how to sell, how to share your products and services from your heart without selling. So I would recommend the whole training, but I would say definitely go and watch the first part, Karina. So hi Aisling, how are you? Okay, so Sandra is wondering if she should go into grief therapy or mentoring. So I'm gonna say, my darling, that I want to talk about this for a moment. Actually, this weekend in Italy, we have this, I don't know if you call it a celebration or more of an honouring, and it's completely new to me. I've just heard about it this week, and it's called the Festa da Madonna Doloroso, and it literally translates as the Festival of the Madonna in Pain. And the closest image I can think of is the Pieta. You know, the Pieta, that sculpture of Mary holding Jesus Christ after he has died on the cross. And the idea behind this, and I'm not religious, I was brought up a Catholic, but I share, my spirituality. I'm open enough to take a little bit from everything. So just taking in that idea of the mother in pain. There are a lot of people in my community that are going through grief, that have a family member, a child, or a life partner that has died. And I've supported many clients, sometimes one-to-one, sometimes from afar, sometimes through healing circles, for years. from when that incident, so when that grief moment happens, that separation, from when someone passes over, that's very close. And I don't understand it because it hasn't happened to me personally, but I have seen the grief and the trauma, and I've seen the amazing journey that these women go through, and are going through in some cases. So I'm like that. I'm keeping an eye on people in my community that are experiencing this. So it is huge. It is huge work, Sandra. And what I'm saying is that grief therapy or mentoring, you can sort of do them both. And my guess is that if you do mentoring, the people that will come to you will be dealing with grief and separation and abandonment issues and loss and pain from that. So, like, I'm personally going to put a prayer out this Sunday, Saturday or Sunday, I think it's Sunday, and just connect in with the Madonna del Doloroso, the Madonna in Pain, and ask for support for everybody in my community or everybody that I know that is still in some stage of grief, and is going through that, is walking through that. So the thoughts of somebody out there that I could recommend, Sandra, personally, I can recommend books, and I would say to you that, I'm going to pick a card for you and stop talking, but I would say to you that if you are, it's not everybody that gets called to grief work. There is, I think it's John O'Donoghue has an actual course in Ireland, and I think it should be online now at this stage. And it's about death and dying and grief, bereavement. It's like one of the deepest opportunities for growth and healing that we have. Because when somebody dies, like I've had family members die, not close family members, but family members in my family circle die. And when grief comes, everything else drops away. For that person, the world stops. For that person experiencing the grief, the world stops. And it's like, how is everybody still going to work? How is the world still turning? And I'm in this space of deep grief. But there's a profound opportunity for growth and healing. Not saying you should use it for that, but that is just, there's a clarity that comes from people that are grieving. It's like, fuck off. No. It's, you know, I'm not really explaining it properly, but I just want to, this is your card and this explains it properly. Release the past, you will grow from this situation, and time heals all wounds. And if you look at the image on the card, and it's Michael again, who came in at the very beginning to support us on this call. And it is Michael standing there with his arms wrapped around a woman in deep pain. Now this woman is wearing blue, navy blue and metallic blue. And that is the colour of learning. That is the colour for deep spiritual learning. Healing, but through learning. So that is what I see as grief. And here we have the symbol of the Holy Spirit, and our ancestors that have passed, our loved ones that have passed. So this is confirmation for you, Sandra, to go for the grief therapy work. And I think that the mentoring that you're being called to do will just come naturally alongside that or after it. So I hope that that is useful. What a beautiful energy. I can feel the energy of that. It's heavy grief, but it's deeply, deeply grounding and healing. And if you choose to take up grief work, this is for anybody in here, there's an incredible angel, Archangel Azrael, who will work with you. And this angel is off the charts. Azrael, whenever I did live classes, nobody knew that. I didn't know what I was going to, which angel we were going to connect with before the class. But I would come along and I would say, literally, sit down, we're going to connect with Azrael. And my classes would have maybe 20 people, 24, I think was the most I had in those live classes years ago. And whenever I connected in with the Archangel Azrael, like one night I came in and we were doing Azrael and 4 people turned up and nobody knew. But that angel is such a huge, powerful angel, huge transformation. Azrael is the angel that welcomes new souls onto the planet and helps souls leave the planet. So he's the transition angel, but also fantastic in any situation where we're experiencing grief, separation, divorce, bereavement, leaving a job, moving country, anything where there's a huge change and transition period. Azrael is the angel. So very powerful angel that is calling you to this work, Sandra. So I hope that that's useful. So Janine, keep procrastinating on completing my new website and online programs. Stresses me out and sucks out the creativity. How do you get 20 balls up a mountain, Janine? I always say this, so if you've heard me say this, go like, oh. The answer is one at a time, my darling. One at a time. So completing my website and online programs at the same time is already massive, as well as probably living your life, managing your family if you have small kids, and then seeing your one-to-one clients while you're doing all this. So really, in our business, we need to have 2 balls moving. You know, we need to have the client enrollment and the client delivery, the client enrollment and the client delivery, the client enrollment and the client delivery. And then in the background, you have your admin days to do all of the long-term projects, like your website, like writing your book, like creating your first online program. One of my clients this week said to me, oh my God, I need a rest after just creating that online program. It's taken so long to get it up. And so one program, once it's up, it's done. That is the beauty of it. And you can just rinse and repeat. You can send people there. But that is my advice to you, Janine, is to just come back and pause. And you know, what I often do is I create my master list. I will get my page, I will sort of margin it like that. This will be my business list and this is my life list. And I just call it my master list, and I will just get everything on there. You know, bring the dog to the vet is on my life list. You know, today I have to go to the library with Noah. He wants to get a book, my 12-year-old. And here it could be like this morning, I got up and I immediately emailed the team and said thanks. So that could be there, you know, send email, thank you letter to the team. Or it could be do this live stream. So that's what I would do, is put down everything that's on your to-do list. And within that, it would be website, and then your website is a whole page on its own, and that is a step-by-step. Break down every single one of those tasks into their own tasks. And when you're ready, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take that website and I'm going to work on that for this month. You know, I am now working on one project for this month in the background. So I hope that is useful. So let me see. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Anne-Marie. Yes, so Michelle has just said it there, microtasking. Yes, absolutely. If you want to have a look at that. And short breaks, a timer. Yes. Hi, Christine. Christine, I'm going to answer your question. So let me see. My God, where are we going? Okay. So, looking for a reliable company that can help with my online presence grow, develop, and be there to answer my technical issues as they arise. How to stay motivated and focused on your healing business when you work from home. So, first piece, Christina, I don't know if you joined me, if you listened to the beginning of the call, if you were here, but I talked about team, I talked about where to find team, and I talked about some of the difficulties, some of the wonderful experiences and some of the awful experiences that I've had with team just in the last 3 weeks, 3 months, 2 months. And then I talked about long-term experiences that I've had, and I shared a good bit in there. And I think if you go up through the thread, you'll see a lot about team. So I've already said that, so I won't go back into it. And it was pretty much at the beginning of the call, maybe 10 minutes in. So your second question, how to stay motivated and focused on your healing business when you work from home. And what I'll just share from my experience, especially in this time of Corona, where everybody's at home, including kids, and we're homeschooling. I just had to adjust my schedule. So I tell you what helps me to stay motivated and focused is I have a list. I have my list. I know what I need to do. It doesn't mean I usually pick 3 things, or sometimes just one thing, depending on if it's a big thing, to focus on that day. So literally in the morning or the night before, what are my 3 things? So I have a lot of planning and a lot of strategy melted into my schedule. I do it automatically now. I should actually create a process around that. But one simple process is batching. I love batching content. So for example, my weekly videos that go out, I would sit down and in about a 2-3 hour period, record 6 or 8 10-minute videos. And then I will, there's a whole process then of downloading them, of uploading them, sending emails out. So there's a whole process with that. But I will do that all in a block so that it's done. If I have to do it every week, I get lazy, I get my period, I get tired, stuff happens with the kids and with life, and it just doesn't get done. But if I set it up, if I use a system, if I use my email provider, and I just set up that system, then it just happens automatically. So all I need to do is block out the time. When I'm feeling good, my hair is nice, put a bit of lipstick on, I usually throw, like I literally did it a couple of weeks ago, got down 6 tops and just changed top and did 10 minutes. The monthly one is about 20 minutes, and then I did 10 minutes for each week. And just did those calls so that they're ready to go out. And then I listened back to them 6 weeks later to a call. I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking incredibly spot on for what's happening right now in the world or in my life or whatever. But the beauty of it is it's done. Once I do it, it's done. And I will eventually hand over that task completely to my team. I'll just do the recordings and then hand that over, and I'm working out right now how to make it simpler so that they can do that. So batching is my number one, but I batch in my business and in my life. I will cook an Irish stew, a massive pot of Irish stew. We will eat it for 2 days, and I will bag up the rest and throw it in the freezer. And when I'm busy, I don't really I like cooking maybe 3-4 times a week. And my husband cooks, so I'm lucky that I have somebody else there to cook. But mostly I will take things that I've already cooked from the freezer the night before, and that will be our meal. And I also plan our meals. So we more or less, everybody knows what we're eating throughout the week. Sometimes that goes out the window, but I try to stick to a meal plan. I try to batch my programs and services. And I'm also very, very clear on my working hours. So in this time of coronavirus, I just had to get up early. So I've had to get up, I get up between 6 and 7 every morning and do 30 minutes of just sitting down, relaxing, having a cup of tea, meditation. I usually do an angel card. That's my sort of meditation. Talk to my angels, set myself up for the day. And then I go down and I work. So I could be working from 7 till about 9. That's 2 hours of work. And I'm very focused. I'm like one task. Today, my one task this morning was to get an email out. That's literally all I had to do, and because it required a little bit of copywriting, so I had to really think about it and edit. And if you're on my email list, you would have got that email this morning. It was reminding you about this call and about the launch masterclass. That was all I had on my list today, and to thank my team was an extra. So I'm very clear on the time that I have available to work, and I'm very clear on what I need to do in that time. So I'll always have a list beside me, and I'll always, so I hope that's useful. I hope that's making some sense, Christina. Give me a thumbs up or a heart, or let me know if it's resonating, if it's supporting you, or if you have any more questions around that. But that's what I do. So my day this morning is I got up, finished at 9, went up, had some porridge with the kids, and I'm trying to eat porridge this week to get a bit healthier. And then I had a shower and came back down and did this call. So I was back on this call at 11 my time. So I had 2 hours of a break to have breakfast, get dressed, and spend some time with the kids. Then I'm here 11 till about 12:30. I usually mark out for this. As soon as I'm finished this, I will write up the text for the description and the links and put it up. And then I will go and have my lunch and have a snooze and a break and spend some time with the kids. I'm going to the library in the afternoon, and I will check back in around 5 or 6 my time for an hour, and maybe do a bit of work there. And I will also in that hour sit down and think about what I want to get done tomorrow. And it's an easy schedule. It gives me time with my family. A lot of the stuff I can do on my phone. So if I'm in a launch, or like I'm right now sharing this masterclass program with you that I would love you to go and do. So I'll be doing a little bit more work in the evenings than I normally would, answering calls and helping people. So, but normally that is my schedule. And then going forward, I'm looking at, as the kids go back to school, I'm looking at maybe working just 3 days a week, maybe 15 hours a day, and having Monday off for learning, to catch up on all of these courses that I keep buying, and to actually take some implementation time. And I also want to learn Italian, so Monday will be my learning day, and Friday will be my go out, meet friends, have a coffee, do yoga, do whatever I want day, go out to a class or something, get out of the house day. So I don't know if that's useful for anybody here. If I had more questions around that, just let me know. Michelle has just added in some more information there. In the early stages of business, make a decision to invest in systems. That was the mistake I made. I invested in coaches and mentoring. It's not really a mistake because I don't regret it as such. But I do realize that you also need to invest in your systems as well. That needs to be a priority. And I'm realizing that now, and I am upgrading all of the systems that I'm using. Okay, Michelle is a wealth of knowledge in here. Freelance forums. So please, anyone that is looking for team or support in your spiritual business, have a look, scroll through this information. Any of you who are interested in the launch masterclass, you have a spiritual business, you want to take it next level, there is once yearly free training coming up Friday, Saturday and Sunday with Jeff Walker, one of my coaches. Let me see, the link is bit.ly/biz angel launch or something like that. Angel biz launch, that's what it is. So that is the link, bit.ly/angel biz launch. And if you have any difficulties with that, some people have had difficulties getting the link, please just let me know. Hi Donna, hi Vanessa. Yes, Michelle is being called to connect more powerfully to my spirituality and witchy heritage. Yes, 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 yes. So many of us are being called. Shall I transition from what I'm currently doing, run it alongside, or just jump? Okay. I've set up a new group and an Insta page, but not done anything with them yet. Okay. This week in my angel card reading, the title is Jump, Take a Leap of Faith. So I'm sharing that with you. But I also want to say that we don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater, that we can transition, that we can, as Elizabeth Gilbert says, don't make your creativity pay the bills in the beginning. So you can totally start to play, Michelle, start to drum up an interest, start to talk about this, you know, and start to, and I'm guessing that a lot of your clients are absolutely perfect for this next stage as well, that they are opening up themselves to their spiritual gifts and their intuition and their angels and their guides. It's like a big, huge, massive bang these last 6 months. Everybody is opening up. So you are getting the call as a leader, but lots of people in your community are getting the same call, and they are looking for you to step up and to be honest about this and to say, I believe in angels. I really, you know, you can really just start to honor it, to own it, to bring it into your current work as well as, because what happens with the separation, and I know you might feel like doing that at the moment, but that's what happened to me. Is I had a spiritual business, coach mentoring, and then I had my angel work, and I just couldn't figure out how to merge the two. I couldn't figure it out. And finally what happened is I just broke this up and I gave this the full focus. And then slowly this came back and is coming back under this. So I'm still doing both, but the main way that people see me out there now is as an angel intuitive, because that's how I've chosen to start marketing myself, start sharing myself. And I'm going to go through a whole rebranding and all around that, which is coming slowly, but coming. But what I would say to you is explore, have fun with it, start to talk about it, start to share about it, start to live stream about it. And you can definitely do that separately, but I would also start to do it in your current group. I have a friend of mine who is like incredible strategist, planner, coach, works a lot with women, but a lot with men and a lot with people in corporate. And she's just gone through a massive transformation in the last year, 2 years. And I've seen her open, and she takes her clients through meditations. She does all sorts of weird, what you call woo-woo exercises. And her clients absolutely love it. As she's learning and opening up the spiritual side, she's just bringing that more into her work. So it's like, I'm guessing it was always there, but it was hidden under this is NLP or this is a mindset strategy, but really it's all spiritual development. Your business is one of the, this is my experience, and many people I know, that your business can bring up just everything. It is your spiritual path. So I don't know if that's useful, Michelle, but let me see. So the card that's come through for you, Michelle, is, there's 2 cards actually. So one is embrace your inner child, new friendships or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. So there's a piece in there of, Michelle, you're doing it, surrounding yourself with other people that are in the space that you want to learn more about, that you want to explore more about, that you want to come out of that spiritual closet. You're in the angel circle, you're outspoken in this community, in this angel bootcamp group. And that's really, really helpful when you're just in a group where people are talking about angels, and everything is out in the open, and we believe in unicorns, and nothing is off. You know, nobody's going to laugh. No, everybody is this complete acceptance for whatever you believe. And there's also a beautiful piece in here about embrace your inner child. So I would say go for this, Michelle, in your batshit crazy way, as part of your branding is, and just have fun with it. Have fun. How can you make this fun? I would go and watch Leonie Dawson on Instagram. She's bought this crate full of crazy hats and is doing these 1 minute little videos with a crazy hat on, and she is just having a blast sharing beautiful golden nuggets. So that would, like, literally Leonie takes the rule book of marketing and how to become a millionaire. She's $10 million in the bank in 10 years in her business. She literally takes the rule book and throws it out the window. So she might be a good person for you to connect with. But it's about embracing your inner child and being creative and having fun with it. And this other one is stay determined and move forward. So it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So just be patient with yourself, have a bit of fun with it, and step by step. So I hope that was useful. So how are we doing on time? So I'm going to wrap up this call, my darlings. If there are more questions, I will see if I can fit in another call this week or maybe next week. But I would encourage all of you, any of you that have a spiritual business, especially if you've been struggling, do yourself a favor, clear your schedule this weekend to do the 3-part free launch masterclass with Jeff Walker. I forgot to say this at the beginning, I am a very proud affiliate of Jeff Walker's work. The launch masterclass is completely free, and I made my first €10,000 from the free program, mainly from the second part in that program, but the whole lot of it is amazing. I then went on and I joined his PLF program, Product Launch Formula, and that is off the charts, incredible, and that completely changed the way I do business. So if any of you after the free training are interested in stepping into the paid program, I, as usual, will have some incredible bonuses. My complete spiritual business bundle plus a year in the Angel Circle is all included, and it's worth over €3,000. So that is just for anyone. I just want to be upfront about it and say, if you are this workshop is completely free, but if you are interested in going further, PM me, ask me any questions. You know, I'm here around this week to answer questions. And if you do decide, as well as PLF, as well as all the amazing bonuses in there, you will also get everything amazing that I have to offer as well in there as well. So it's like, I don't know, 10 grand worth of stuff that you can get if you decide to go into the paid program. But right now, just dedicate yourself to giving yourself the time. He is doing it live. When I did it, I was just watching some videos. This is live in Facebook group, answering questions. It's a live masterclass. So get yourself there, my darlings. Get the kids minded, do what it takes. Tell your loved ones, look, I'm doing this training. I need to support me in whatever way, and just get yourself there. Me personally, I like to binge. So I'm going to probably Saturday I might do 2 of them, or Sunday I might do the 3, listening to the 3, do 1 live and do the 2 videos. So, you know, you can do it whatever way you want, but I would say as much as possible, do as much of it as you can live, and ask me any questions that you want. So all of my love, my darlings, I hope that this was useful for you in some way in your business, that I help and support. Any questions, post them. I'll have the answer, or somebody else will in this group. Have an amazing day. Loads of love. Bye for now.